use the link that's shown at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if Tom can bring me back. My apologies. There's a screen link at the bottom. Please use this for the session that Chris is going to be doing. So we're going to do some surveys on that. So please, polev.com, insubmit L734. If you can use that as we go through the session, we'll be doing that. So Chris, my apologies. I'll hand over to you as the true professional, but there you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Giles, and welcome everyone. And what a 30 minutes we've got planned for you. We're going to look at this wonderful topic at a strategic level. You and I working in HR, working in OD, looking at 3B's that can destroy your strategy and your workforce if ignored. Now, folks, have you ever seen this type of behavior in terms of when people get emotionally charged, they get stressed? Often what we see is this kind of problem. Have you ever seen this in your team or your organization? Just another day at the office. Throw out some yeses if you've ever seen that type of stuff where people just boil up. Folks, as HR, as OD professionals, at a strategic level, we've got to consider three things. Losing talent, people leaving our organizations, resignation. We've got to consider the culture, the environment, walking on eggshells, and how we deal with toxic behavior. And then finally, we've got to consider when people work in silos. You ever seen any of this where you lose talent and you go, oh my goodness, we've lost so-and-so? Have you ever seen people walking on eggshells where they're working with toxic leaders, or even where people just shut down and work in their silos? This is what you and I have to solve in this new era of moving HR and OD forward. With your links on your smartphones, go to polev.com/InnerSummitL734. Here's my first question to you. What are the greatest challenges you face in engaging your people? Already you're voting? Look at this. Keeping them motivated when workloads are high. Trust in management, disperse, and you can vote some of these up if you like them. Dispersed workforce on multiple clients. When workloads are overwhelming, it's high. Virtual working, especially since March 2021, workload is coming up. Virtual working. Folks, 3B's is our greatest challenge as we enter this new era. What are the challenges? The strategic level. Within leadership, how we do people strategy. We've got to create a strategic momentum. We've got to generate decisions at a senior level, at a mid-level, and on the ground that benefits our teams on the ground with accurate data, making those decisions which are real-time and moving things forward. So what's needed? What's needed? We need something simple, something which works, which is intelligent, which is understood whatever industry, NHS, manufacturing, pharmaceutical, whatever industry we are in, we need something which just works and is understood by every layer. There's a wonderful quote that I often use from Maya Angelou, and you might have heard this quote before. Folks, people will forget what you said. They will forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. What a quote. What a quote. And there are levels of engagement that you and I will feel. Have you ever felt like this? Let me introduce you to a number of emojis. In terms of engagement, have you ever seen or felt like this? Right at the bottom, where I can do resignation, where I'm walking on eggshells, where I just knuckle down and just work in a silo. Here is the first one. You ever felt like this? Poo face emoji. I'm out right at the bottom of the barometer. It is the silent exit. It's rebel quit. I'm out. I've had enough. Loud rebellion. It strikes. Sometimes you want to come in to work and leave a great big poo and just walk out. On your apps, have you ever felt like this? Have a quick vote. Have you ever seen it? Look at the votes. Look at this. All right. All of us have got to that stage. There's a few, okay. The majority of us have seen or felt this. All right, let me give you the next one. Here's the next one. Angry face emoji. Angry face emoji. Stuff you. Have you ever felt or seen awkward antics where people get to a stage where they go, do you know what? Stuff this. Stuff this. There is delay tactics, gossip, sabotage. It's just being awkward for awkward's sake. Just being awkward for awkward's sake. Folks, with your phones on, have you ever felt like this or seen this? Stuff this. Stuff this. Again, look at this. And there's over 150 of us here, I believe, today. And look, the majority of us overwhelmingly have felt this. Let me give you the next emoji. Let's go up the emoji. Watch this next one. You might not have been at poo face, I'm out, stuff you. How about this? Check in, check out, yawn face emoji, willful working, just doing enough to get by, paying up my pension, paying up my mortgage. It's just time controlled, just doing enough to fly under the radar. Check in, check out. Even now, I bet you're thinking of colleagues who are at this stage in the barometer. Folks, fingers on triggers. You ever seen this, felt like this? Check, 100%. 2017, okay, look at this. Wow. Again, the majority of us check in, check out, leave me alone. But let's go up the barometer, because how you and I work with people engagement at a strategic level matters, because people will forget what you said, forget what you did. Never forget that the processes we put in place is how people feel. All right, here's the next one. Can you and I create a culture, it gets exciting now, where people feel like this? I'm happy. A company culture of I'm happy. Look where it is. It's shared responsibility. There's enthusiastic helping, working across silos, proactive contribution. This is a place where we, as HROD senior leaders, can create an environment where people are happy. We often ask this question. I've not put it in the poll, which is, who will be happy with a company culture at this level? And everyone always says yes. Folks, there's two more on top of this barometer. I'll show you them in a second. But before then, have a vote. You ever felt like this? Worked in an environment where there's shared collaboration, enthusiastic helping? Nice place to be, right? Look at this. All of us have worked in an environment like this. I'm happy. There's two more emojis to go on top of this. Two more. You ready for them? Can you and I, with the processes we put in place, with our authentic leadership that we deliver, Create an environment which is, I love this, heartfelt company culture, organization culture. This is heartfelt bond. And an environment where there is genuine value and empathy at every level, where there is astonishing kindness. But don't mistake this emoji for being soft, because there is a clarity of vision. People know exactly what they're doing, and it is underpinned by an environment of astonishing kindness, value, and empathy, because we're measuring people outcomes, not job descriptions, ticky box. There's one more emoji on top of this. I'll show you it in a second. But can I ask you, you ever felt like this? Fingers on your apps, do a bit of voting. Okay, right. This is where it starts getting interesting. Look at this. Wouldn't it be great to work in an environment where all of us here say, yeah, it's a place of I love this. Wow. Look at this. Wow. We always see this. We've actually rolled this out to a survey of over 2,000 people, and we get the same results coming back. All right, there's one more emoji, folks. One more emoji. Here it is. I'm in. I'm in. This is unleashed potential. Can you and I, through our processes, through giving people a voice, create an environment where authentic leaders have a company culture, top of the barometer, which is I'm in. This is the place where talent is flowing. It is no longer focused on your job description, just do your job. It is talent is flowing. There's unified understanding. That's different to conformity. Conformity is just do your job. Unified understanding is everyone has a voice. Everyone can have a voice so that the best decision can be made. When the decision's made by the decision holder, guess what? Everyone's unified. There's unified understanding, and challenge and failure are solved. No one's thrown under the bus. It is a company culture of I'm in. Fingers on your apps. You ever felt like this? You ever felt like this? Again, look at this. Oh my. Wow. You say, how do we do this? How the heck do we do this? Folks, here they all are. Here they all are. Here's all the barometers. Your role, my role as HR business partners at strategic levels, OD practitioners, informing people strategy, is to create a culture up here. Here's a question. By the way, all these pollings are anonymized, and also they only cost £150 per text. So don't worry about it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. There is no charge to it. Let me ask you, quick question. Fingers on your app, anonymized, free. Where are you? Which emoji are you? Us as a conference slot at your work, where are you? All right, thank you for your honesty. Remember, they are anonymized. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Look at this. Wow. Thank you. We need 3B's for our workforce and our people strategy that, if ignored, destroys our company organization culture. Because people are people. Have a look. People are people. Let me introduce you to the solution. You and I, by the way, for the last 2-3 years at Inner Summit and Which Emoji, we have a company culture consistently between I love this and I'm in. And we work hard as part of our vision moving forward, create a company culture, an organization culture which is always moving up. Do you want to know how we did it? We've got a consistency of a company culture up here. Don't get me wrong. You should see what emojis we put the day after we come back after Christmas holiday. It's kind of like down here. You should see when we have Ofsted come in, which emoji we are. Folks, we have a consistency up here. Here's how we do it. You and I need to consider 3B's. 3B's, here they are. Number one, be you. Everything you and I do must focus on authenticity and talent, not job descriptions. They have seen their sell-by date. You and I have to focus on talent. One of our creatives is really creative and he does so many wonderful things. We found out he had a talent and a fetish for Excel sheets. Very unusual. So what did we do? You can't do that because that's not in your job description. No, we focused on talent. We released that talent and he's done some amazing, marvelous things with Excel sheets I didn't even know were capable. Folks, B number 2, ready? Be kind. The focus on belonging. The focus on belonging. And number 3, the focus of be involved. Let's get stuff done at an excellent level because everyone wants to be part of a winning team. The focus on the horizon, not just your area. Oh, this is my area. I'm just in finance. Leave me alone. Or I'm just in estates management. Or I'm just in manufacturing. Leave me alone. Be you. Be kind. Be involved. Let me show you how this works, folks. You're going to need your app in a second. Let me show you how this works. Here they are. Be you. Be kind. Be involved. Can you see be you? Talent is small, but be kind is big. Be involved is big. Imagine this. Here's the barometer. Imagine I don't use your talent. There it is. It's small. I'm not going to use it. Not interested in using your talent, but it's a kind place to work. You believe in what you're doing, but I'm not going to use your talent. Folks, which emoji would you be? Vote now. I'm not going to use your talent. I'm not going to use it, but it's a kind place to work. You believe in what you're doing. Please vote. Okay. Keep it coming. So not going to use your talent. It's a nice place to work. You believe in what you're doing. Keep them coming. Keep voting. So I'm not going to use your talent. Would you really be up here? Okay, let's have a look at the results. I'm not going to use your talent. Not interested. Okay, here it comes. Look at this. Wow. So I'm not going to tap into your talent yet. Folks, look at the results. And there's what, about 150 of us here? We've done this with over 2,000 people. We always get the same results, which is if I don't use your talent, it's a kind place to work. You believe in what you're doing. People agree with what you've just put on average. You don't use my talent. Check in, check out. That's what you'll get from me. All right, let me do another one. Watch this. This time, I use your talent. You believe in what you're doing, but it's a nasty place to work. It is horrid. People are throwing you under the bus. There's backstabbing. There's gossip. But your talent is used. You believe in what you're doing, but it is nasty. Folks, which emoji would you be? Start voting. Nasty place. It is horrid. Wow. Look at this. Right, and this is you and I in this conference because we're human. Wow. So your talent is used, but it's a nasty place to work. You believe in what you're doing. Look at the results coming out. Wow. There's over what, 150 of us here? Look at that. If we average that out, we've asked over 2,000 people. If it's a nasty place to work, you use my talent, you believe in what you're doing, there you go. Averages out as stuff you. That will be our company organization culture. That will be our organization culture in the councils, in Department of Work and Pension, in Lidl, in every area of delegates that are here. Watch this, in the NHS. Let me give you another one. Ready? Watch this. This time, I use your talent. It's a great, you feel like you belong. It's a nice place to work. You just don't believe in it anymore. Be involved. Do you know what? I don't believe in it. Talent is used. Kind place to work. Just don't believe in it. Which emoji would you be? Have a vote. Just don't believe in it anymore, folks. Don't believe in it anymore. Wow. Keep it coming. You just don't believe in it. Well done. Keep it coming. Thank you. Well done. Keep it coming. See, we see this all the time. There's 3B's that you and I have to engage with, which affects which emoji people are at. And just like what you're saying, we've asked over 2,000 people. They say the same thing. If I don't believe in it anymore, my talent is used, kind place to work, there it is. Check in, check out. Let me do one more. All right. Let me do one more. I'm not going to use your talent. It's a nasty place to work. And you don't believe in it anymore. I'm not using your talent. Nasty place. Just don't believe in it anymore. Which emoji would you be? Are you ready? Go for it. Look at this. Nasty place to work. I'm not using your talent. You don't believe in what you're doing all the time. This is our workforce. If we don't 3B our processes, if we don't 3B the way we do things, people will want and will eventually leave a great big poo and just leave. I'm out. I'm out. Poo face emoji. And that's what people are saying. Wherever we go, they say the same thing. Whether we work in NHS, within pharmaceutical, within housing, education, within councils, folks, people are people. You and I are people. They will forget what you said, forget what you did, never forget how you made them feel. So let me ask you, what is the solution? We've been working really hard at Which Emoji for the last few years, putting together an algorithm to make sure that we can give people a digital voice. It's coming out in September. We're actually rolling out phase 1 as we speak to give people a digital voice. Let me give you a quick overview of Which Emoji and show you a quick video, 1-minute video. This is something to keep an eye out, ready for September. Have a watch.
What if we told you that people engagement could finally make sense? That you can choose to leave behind the outdated lag data that turns people into numbers? Well, now you can. Which Emoji is a revolutionary people engagement tool that works with real-time emotional data. Using the app, your employees can access a simple and effective way to feel heard, giving them an authentic voice that echoes throughout the dashboard, giving you an accurate scope of how they are really feeling. Providing you with real-time data, which in turn empowers you to act in the moment and at a time when it's really needed. The app also includes reward incentives, enabling you to give back through a currency of value. Letting your people be people. Which Emoji? Intelligently simple, universally understood.
We know that the data is vital for us. And we know research shows that we can get a return on investment if we consider employee well-being. People will work harder if they feel appreciated. If they feel appreciated and valued. We know that the data tells us that, even very recently, 17.9 million people were work-related stress and anxiety, especially now, since March 2021, with us working remotely. We need people to enable them, to give them a digital voice, so they feel they belong, feel their talent is used, and that they can get stuff done. We know that 52% this is going to be the big one for us in this era of time, is around mental health and keeping people's resilience high. We've got to give people a digital voice. And also we know that if we do all of this, the bottom line, whether that's patient safety in NHS, whether that's products going out in pharmaceutical, whether it's products going out in the wonderful work that our folks do in retail, and thank goodness that that's back open, we know that that is important. So what we've done is we've created a voice for people on their phones, the Which Emoji app, coming out in September, where people can actually register their emojis daily. We recommend twice a day. You can set it up in the configurations in many ways, but with our 3 years of experience working on this behind the scenes, people are able to register their emojis twice a day to give you an accurate, real-time look at your company culture. For us at Which Emoji, that has been between I love this and I'm in for the last 2 years. How we've done it? 3B's. So let me layer this further. How do you then have people use this? Because there are problems with it. I'm not going to use it. If I'm at Stuff You or Check In, Check Out, or I'm out, I'm not going to use it. So just like a lot of apps nowadays, like MyFitnessPal or Snapchat, you have streaks. So the app allows for streaks so that people can get an incentive. For what? So they can be rewarded. It's a currency. It's a currency. And you as HR professionals can put in some rewards based on the streaks, based on people using it, so that your data is accurate. For example, you could put in, an extra day off, 78 week coins. People value time. Could be 25 week coins on the week economy. You could get £50 Nando's voucher because food is important. Could even be a big bonus, depending on what industry you're in. Bunch of flowers, free lunch. You decide as HR professionals, because you know your workforce, what the incentives are based on the streaks. So people are using the app. Then what? Here's what's interesting now. And we've seen this time and time again. This is what you get. You get a dashboard which gives you real-time data so that you can make better people decisions at a strategic level. The dashboard shows you what your company culture is this month, what it is in the last 24 hours. You can compare. So for example, during, the financial end, March and April, you might see people's emoji levels go down. So it informs your people strategy so that you put in extra resources, extra support during that time. So you can start to find trends all in real time. But here's where it gets exciting. Have a look. You also are able to look at clusters. Remember, this is about us doing things in real time. We're rewarding people through incentives. They're using the app. But our 3B's, be you, be kind, be involved, is based on 9 drivers we've been researching. Here's the 9 drivers. Give people a voice. Give people a voice. Look at talent. Look at recognition. Look at value, collaboration, trust, execution, alignment, and focus. And then from there, you're able to channel your people's strategies in which driver you're able to look at. What else are you able to do? Have a look. Employee journey, looking at retention, onboarding, development, and then exit. Pulling out reports very quickly. So when you're going to that strategic meeting, you can download a report and quickly show the company culture. Let me tie this all in, because it's all about where I started. People will forget what you said. They will forget what you did. Never forget how you made them feel. You can keep your pulse on the company culture, because overall, what resolves resignation? Focusing on talent. What resolves walking on eggshells and toxic cultures? Belonging. Silo, be involved. Folks, I'm going to draw this in. There are going to be questions, and I've left the questions for the networking. So please come and find me and my colleagues. Can I also just show you something as I come back to the screen? What we're doing is we're rolling this out phase 2 for you in September. There's a QR code. I'm just going to move out the way. Please scan the QR code so we can keep you posted, because the app is free, but there's also layers where you can get information from the dashboard. So please scan that QR code and meet me and my colleagues in the network area, and we'll be able to explain more about how these 3B's work. We're also, for this conference, providing a discount code so that in September, you're able to actually make huge savings on this. There are 3B's. We've kept a company culture now for 2 years. I love this and I'm in. Consistently keeping talent, creating a place of belonging, and we get stuff done. I'm going to hand back over to Giles. Giles, thank you. Folks, thank you for your time. There will be loads of questions. We're around in the networking area. We'll speak to you soon.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Chris and Joe. Much appreciated. Love it. It's a really engaging piece, and thank you for that. I do, encourage people to have a look at Which Emoji, have a look online. I've been having a look at this myself. So